The O Cannabis Conference and Expo returns to Toronto June 1st through the 3rd, and there's still some good booth locations available. This exciting event is free for cannabis retailers and will feature Tommy Chong receiving a Lifetime Achievement Award at the O Cannabis Industry Awards. For more information about exhibiting or to register to attend, go to ocannabis.com. That's OCANNABIZ.com.
Today we're going to take a look at a report from BDS Analytics on edibles market, considering that edibles were a huge factor in 2020 when a lot of people kind of dove in, replacing topicals and tinctures as well as flower, and kind of went straight for the edibles. So we're going to kind of see the impact that they had in 2020 and maybe what's going to happen in 2021. Welcome back to The Talking Hedge. I'm Josh Kincaid, capital markets analyst and host of your Cannabis Business Podcast. So cannabis edibles are a key driver of legal cannabis sales, accounting for 15% of all spending. So that share is forecast to increase over time. So by 2025, sales of edibles are expected to grow at 2.4 times their 2020 sales volume versus 2.1 times the growth in the total legal market, where sales were forecasted to expand from $16 billion in 2020 to $34.5 billion in 2025. So the edibles category is comprised of a wide variety of product types in the U.S. markets by candy category, with chocolates in second place. So these categories hold 67% and 13% share, respectively, of total edible category spending in states where BDSA has retail tracking. So candy is in turn driven by gummy candies, which accounted for 85% of candy category sales. The majority, being 71% of cannabis consumers, consume edibles, according to BDSA. So of those, 33% prefer edibles to other types of cannabis products. And the reasons for consumption vary, but the top three are for sleeping better, to relax, and to relieve pain. Taste and flavor drives purchases for about 38% of respondents, though low price at 30% and brand familiarity at 27% are also important factors. So cannabis acceptors, those who do not currently consume cannabis products but would consider doing so in the future, are also interested in edibles. So among acceptors, 49% said that they would consider consuming edibles versus 58% who would consider using topicals and 24% who would consider inhaling cannabis products. So all the regulated dispensary channels represent just a fraction of the potential for edibles containing cannabinoids. Cannabidiol, or CBD, it's non-psychoactive cannabinoid found naturally in both cannabis and hemp, which is technically also cannabis, but legally defined as cannabis containing very low levels of tetrahydrocannabinol, THC. So cannabis-derived CBD products, they've already gained considerable share in U.S. dispensaries, with nearly 63% of edibles offering at least one CBD SKU. So products containing CBD, they begin to take off in the U.S. general retail, but the Food and Drug Administration restrictions on using CBD as a food additive have kept legitimate manufacturers away from offering CBD edibles in the general retail channel. So BDSA expects that the FDA is going to lift those restrictions this year in 2021, opening the way for edible products in what could be a $13.2 billion market for non-THC cannabinoids in the U.S. General retail.
With that, we're going to roll this one up. I'm Josh Kincaid. This is The Talking Hedge. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, or don't, and I'm out.
Don't forget to smash that like button on your way out and check out these other videos that we've got.
Hi, y'all. I'm Jo, host of Casually Baked, the podcast. If you're curious to explore the highly responsible side of cannabis, farming, and legalization, I'm here to help lighten the stigma and build your canna confidence. Download episodes now of Casually Baked, the podcast, wherever you listen to podcasts. And journey with me through the evolving cannabis culture and discover how and why people like you are adding cannabis to their wellness toolkit. It's time to get casually baked.